Dr. King didn't know what he was doing, homie. He was a 25-year-old Southern Baptist preacher that had a bunch of people telling him this. Now, always remember, he wasn't popular with that belief in the beginning. They thought he was crazy.
Gotcha.
Fuck wrong with you, nigga? You a troublemaker. And even the old black people thought he was crazy. Why would you want to go eat at their restaurants? You know how they go do it.
Yeah.
They go spit in our food. Why you want to go over there, nigga? You crazy. We don't want to live next door to white people, nigga. You know white folk kill us. So they thought he was crazy. That was his dream. That wasn't for us. We wasn't supposed to be paying him no goddamn mind. That was his dream. I have a dream that one day we would hold hand. He wanted to hold white folk hand. Black folks didn't want to do that. They gave us him. They picked him. So he pushed the narrative, not knowing the consequences. Toward the end of his life, he told Harold Belafonte, I think I led my people into a burning building. We shouldn't have never, we was getting hit upside our head, homie, just to sit at their counter. We don't want you in here, nigger. Why, homie? For what? So what if they don't let us in there? Nigga, we don't want, white folk can't cook no way. Nigga, who wanna go eat a white person's apple pie? Fuck that, nigga, please. That was his dream because his grandmother told him when he was a little bitty boy, he couldn't play with that white boy. That was his dream all his life. So they took his dream and made it ours, and it became a nightmare. We go take the signs down, just go out there and tell them something. Go out there and tell them. So when they invited him and 6 or 7 preachers in the Oval Office, hey man, go down, you got all these niggas up here on the mall office. God damn it, King, you said you wouldn't listen. They out here. Man, tell them we'll take the signs down. Just tell them. Just tell them we'll take the signs down. Okay, he went out there, man, they go, well, I have a dream. We got macked on. And played on. He was funded. The Jews had king. So, nah, homie, it's deeper than that. So, that's the worst thing that happened to us was his dream. We should have been saying, fuck they sign. Nigga, they can keep the laws all they want to. We want equal protection under the law. We don't care about no sign that say no colors.
People magazine a while ago.
There should be some signs say no white people.
I mean, a lot of white people feel like kind of what's been happening with the whole Black Lives Movement, that it's been like an inverse on them.
Well, Black Lives Matter is a gay movement. It ain't a black movement. They say they there for the LGBT rights. They don't ever kick up dust for injustices in the courtroom, wrongful niggas killing niggas. So they where they at now? And it's been killing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They ain't there for Tuka mama. They ain't there for FBG Duck now mama. They ain't there for no rappers mamas now.
Yeah.
So just think about what attention they would get if the Black Lives Matter movement was doing the same thing when niggas killed niggas. Boy, they'll stop damn near black on black kill.
Let me bring y'all up. Y'all can see me now. Now to start off with, he said the right thing in his whole statements. You can't argue with it. But he said it the right way the first time. He was too young. It's not that he was too young, but he was a young man. Like, we do not know the repercussions of our actions when we're making them right now. We just have to sit back and see. Now, not saying that he's wrong, because in a sense you are kind of right, but at the same time you are kind of wrong, because we do not know how the world would look at that point. You feel me? Like, that point right now would be crazy to think about, because it would show less growth than it shows now, if that makes sense. You feel me? I wanna sit and talk to this book, because he's speaking facts. Like, those are definitely facts. Because I could understand where that coming from, but at the same time, I know actions have consequences, and if that action wouldn't have been taken, we wouldn't be where we are now. But his rebuttal was sound. Like, that was sound, but it would have been worse than it was. Like, if we had equal rights, it would be worse than it was. It'd be worse than it was. I don't see a way that will be, you feel me? Because think about it. All access. No, I don't think it'd be the way you think it is. It'd be worse than it is now. Definitely. 100%. But now, do I side with him on? No. But somebody had to be picked. So why not him? You feel me? There were people that were doing worse stuff than him that technically got picked. It's just they seen the stuff that they was doing and said, nope, not that. This guy's actually talking and using his words instead of taking action. That's what they want, because at the end of the day, the strength we shouldn't talk about. Right? And it's not really much I can go against in this type of shit. This is not the type of scenarios that I really be into, because I do the male and female delusion. But when you hear stuff like this, you can't disagree with it. It's like, he's speaking facts. The only thing I disagree with is that the person who took the actions wasn't wrong. Like, he wasn't. He was a child. How you expect somebody to, you feel me? Like, we are still young. Not to sound fucked up, you have lived past the age of him. So now you can look back and say, yo, this was those actions that wouldn't have been taken. Legitimate. And to think about this, right? Like, think about this. This is a crazy fact. There's still people in that very office of the United States. There's still people in that very office that was living when he was alive. There's still people making decisions. Think about it. I'm not saying nothing about it, but it's like, he was there. Now those people are here in our very modern day, where advances is what we should be doing instead of setbacks. Because if we technically would have went, it would be less advances, because you've seen it. Every time we try to do something and we get there and they say like, oh no, it's not gonna work. And then when it works, something happens. I'm not saying all the time, but it seems like it happens a majority of the time. The crazy part is, like, the planet is not even what that is. Like, it isn't. But for some reason, its prevalence is always there. But I'm gonna stop talking your ear off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.